Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your December bonus reading. We are just going to jump right in here, Leo. You have this Fates card, which I love, and this Soulmates card. So there could, for some of you, if you want love, obviously, there could be like a fated soulmate coming in for you, or fate is in control of a situation with a soulmate that's coming in for you if you want it. This could be any type of soulmate, though. This could be like a business partner as well, I'm getting, or, just a friend. So if you need help with anything, then, there could be like soulmates that are going to help you accomplish something. I love that Fates card because it just represents your destiny or, something very fated happening for you in your life. And again, if you're trying to like accomplish something or do something, this could say that fate is going to be in control. And sure, we'll take all three. You start with the Devil card here. Which is interesting. The devil, of course, can represent toxic energy. I will say that pretty much, I only have one more reading to do, and pretty much every single sign in this set of readings has had the devil or has had something that mentions, like one of the oracle cards that mentions like toxic energy. We do have a lot of retrogrades. We have Mercury going retrograde, Mars going retrograde at the end of the month, and I'm not really a big fan of Mars retrograde. I don't really think it's all that bad, but I do think it can bring out like toxic energy or toxic people. And so, of course, I would be careful of toxic energy, toxic people. It's happening in your sign. So I would definitely be careful of anyone who has like an ego or, anyone who's just toxic. I would just pay attention and I would avoid it at all cost is what I would do with this energy. I also feel like some of you need to set yourself free. These people have these chains around their necks, but the chain, it hangs down to like here. They could easily lift those chains from around their necks and they would be set free. I feel like you feel like you're not good enough for something here, Leo. You have the Five of Pentacles as your crossing energy, and that's probably the toxic belief that you need to set yourself free from right now. I feel like you have the Empress in the area of your thoughts, and the Empress is literally like the card that says you are good enough, right? And so I think that you need to start believing that you are good enough for something, like something you want to accomplish, or again, if this could be a soulmate, like maybe deep down inside you don't feel good enough to have a soulmate, but this is like saying yes, you do, it's fated, but you have to believe it. Again, the Five of Pentacles has a very easy solution. The Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. It wants you to double down on your strengths. And that's pretty much what I would do with the Five of Pentacles. Again, in the area of what's on your mind or in the area of your thoughts, you have the Empress. The Empress is very good. The Empress is a card that says you are enough. The Empress is total abundance and success coming in for you. So I think you really need to believe in yourself more. I think a great thing to do with the Empress, of course, is to practice self-care. So maybe you just need to do something nice for yourself, or, maybe you need to, do something, right, to kind of build your confidence, and maybe that will be helpful in this situation, especially if this is involving love. We do have a lot of love here, so if this is a love situation, I think working on those beliefs is going to be the most important thing with the Empress. I do also get abundance here. You go down to the Page of Pentacles through the Five of Cups. Some of you, it's like I've definitely said this to you before. Now that I'm saying it, Leo, I definitely have said this to you before. But I think there has been some sort of disappointment in like work or your career or business, whatever it is for you. And I feel over the next few months, you have the Page of Pentacles. So you could definitely be discovering like a better way to improve your finances or something new. And I feel like you're kind of close. This is like one of those ideas that is like a lump of clay, is how I'm seeing it in my head. So for those of you in work or business or that are trying to grow your finances, it's like, I feel like you're like working a lump of clay into something. So you're going to have to like experiment and try new things, but it looks pretty good. Next, in the area of your foundation, you have the Death card. Big changes coming. The area of your foundation is literally your foundation. The King is dead underneath the Death Rider on the card. And the King being dead says that even kings die. Even things that we think are going to last forever, sometimes they don't. So I think for a lot of you, that maybe this is what has shaken your confidence, is maybe you had something in the past that you thought would last forever and it didn't. And for a lot of you, I feel this is work related. And, we've definitely talked about this in the past few readings that I've done for you, that it seems to me like there's been some sort of loss or change in work, and, could be anything. And, maybe even with the king being dead on the death card, sometimes we can feel like we're starting over or that we're starting from scratch. And so some of you might have that feeling, but I do think this is a positive change. We have the two pillars from the moon right here, and the sun is coming up between the two pillars on the moon. So it can definitely say that there are improvements or that the sun is coming up in your life and things are just improving. So love it. Next, in the area of the past or the energy that you are moving past, you have this howl at the moon. It says process your feelings. You also have this ring around the moon. It says protection. So again, maybe some of you have had to process your emotions on a loss or something that didn't work out. And now I think you have learned to protect yourself. But I also kind of feel like this is saying you are ready to progress. You are ready to move forward. With the Page of Pentacles, you're ready for a new beginning. So I definitely feel it's time. Also, in the past, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in the past can represent confusion or not seeing things clearly. So it basically says that you are now seeing things clearly in your life and things are kind of like coming together. I feel like you are going to end up being much more focused in the near future as well. It's kind of interesting. It's like, maybe you feel you've been very scattered, and I see you kind of like focusing in with the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of things in these cups. There's some good things and bad things, but now I think you are much more kind of drawn in to like one of those cups and trying to manifest something in your life. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this Pisces card. It says boundaries. It says set and honor your boundaries to avoid being taken advantage of. You have that protection card. Definitely a good time to set boundaries. You have the sun card. It says the sun is coming to shine its light to help to what's been kept hidden to reveal the truth. I don't know. That card, I can just never say it. That card is like a mouthful for me for whatever reason. But anyway, I think that the sun is definitely coming up. We said that on the death card. The death card has those two pillars from the moon, and the sun is coming up. So you could be getting a lot of answers at this time. I would definitely, make sure that you're setting healthy boundaries, especially if you are meeting like a soulmate or something like that, kind of like I think like putting the expectations out front, right up front would be a really good idea if you're meeting a new person. You have the Five of Cups also showing up in the area of the very near future. The Five of Cups can represent disappointment or sadness, but really, again, fives have very easy solutions. He is focusing on the past. He's not focusing on what he has right here, which could lead to the bridge and the castle. So he actually has the opportunity to get something much, much better than those three cups, but he's not going to realize that until he is grateful for what he has. So he has to be grateful for those two cups, then he gets the bridge and the castle. He's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys as well. So, again, he doesn't even want those three cups any longer, but he's sad because he once enjoyed them. So, again, I think a lot of you, this is about just releasing the past and releasing something that you thought you wanted that you actually don't. Next, you have in the area of your outcome, you have three cards. You have this Heal and Foresee card, and you also have this Patience card, which I'll show you in a second. But I definitely feel it would be a good time to heal. This Foresee card has this like cycle or this whatever you call that. It looks like a corkscrew going down, and there's that clock in the middle. And so I feel a lot of you are kind of like paying attention to cycles, or you're recognizing cycles, again, which can be a good thing because this can help you put up boundaries. Like if you notice something with a person that isn't right, if you notice it sooner, you can correct it and you can tell the person like, hey, you're crossing a boundary sooner. And if they cross it again, you can also leave sooner. So, I think this is all about paying attention to the cycles. You have this patience card. I feel like you have been very patient for something that you're about to receive. So I feel pretty good about that. Over the next few months, you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness. He represents learning new things. So a lot of you seem to me like you're in a period where you are like learning new things, or you could be educating yourself on new things in your life as well. And I feel that could be very helpful. I also feel like good news. A lot of people have been getting good news in their readings at this time. And so I think that there could definitely be some good news coming in for you. On top of that, this could be a new person since we have that soulmate card. And the Page of Pentacles is like a new person that you have to learn. And obviously, if you're going to be with a new person, you're learning a new person. So this could be something that's happening over the next few months. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the King of Cups. So definitely could be a King of Cups type person. coming in for you. It could be a water sign, but again, it doesn't have to be. The King of Cups can just be a person who has very deep emotions. The King of Cups can sometimes come off as having no emotions as well, but really, they do have emotions. They have just explored their emotions to such a deep degree that they aren't like crying on your shoulder every single night. So, this is a person who's just like much more in control about how they feel about things, and nothing can really affect them. He has these choppy waters all around him, and so it looks perfectly fine, and so it basically says that you could be attracting like a very emotionally stable person, a person where it doesn't really matter what's going on around them, they will be perfectly fine. And of course, that is a good thing. This is also just, if you don't want love, this is also just great for people in general. You could find that people are being very emotionally supportive, or you could be feeling very supported by the people around you. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about feeling very enthusiastic for your journey, feeling very excited. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling much more like playful to me. I feel like you're feeling much more like willing to explore and have fun and, do new things. I feel like you're much more willing to be spontaneous and enter into like spontaneous opportunities, and that's what I would do here with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is also about exploring mysteries. He's got these 3 pyramids right here, and so I think that if anything is a mystery to you, that you could just be exploring a mystery. You have the Hierophant as your outcome. Hierophant is marriage. So again, if you're meeting a person, definitely could lead to marriage. These are, sometimes I feel with the Hierophant that these are 2 people who are being prepared for each other. So, you could be meeting a person where it's like the 2 of you have been being prepared for each other, if that makes sense. It's almost like you're being made for each other or something. But, this could be a person who has very similar belief systems to you, or where it's kind of like you're on the same journey or the same spiritual journey. I look at these 2 people as being on a parallel path. It's like they're kind of like on the same journey, but they're not exactly the same. They're not on the same path. They're on a parallel journey. So what I mean by that is you might notice some differences with this person, but it's like you're kind of like working on the same things, if that makes sense. So that's what I get there for sure. But let's see here, Leo, what is going on for you at this time. And that didn't work. We're going to clarify. With the Devil and the 5 of Pentacles, you have the Star, which is very good. The Star can represent following your North Star. It can also represent like hope, faith, and renewal, and fate. You have that fates card, so there's definitely like a fated opportunity or like a fated event coming in for you. It could even be like a fated meeting where you like meet this person in public or something like that, and lead to something really great if this is about love. The Star is also about like believing that something is possible, and again, we said that at the beginning of the reading, that I feel it's going to be very important for you to really believe in yourself at this time, or really believe that you can do something that you want to do. The Star card is about like picking a goal and making it happen, which is what I would do if I were you. With the Empress, you have the Ace of Pentacles. There could be like a very abundant opportunity that you're looking at as well. So for those of you in work or business, if you're coming up with any like new ideas or new plans or new goals, wishes, dreams, there could really be like a big opportunity that you're going to be working towards or working for with that Ace of Pentacles. And yeah, it looks really good to me here, Leo. I think that, it's like I think you have an idea. Like I want to stress as well, like to not give up on an idea. I just see you like working a piece of clay. It's like you're trying to turn a piece of clay into a statue or something, or whatever you turn clay into. I don't freaking know, right? But whatever you turn clay into, you're turning it into that. But I think it needs like, you need to work it, right? So there you go. I'm done. With the Death card, you have the Hermit. I think you need to open up here, Aries, Jesus Christ, Leo. I think you need to open up to something new. Maybe you need to be more vulnerable. I'm losing my mind today. I'm like a 90-year-old man this morning. I tweaked my neck bending over this morning, and I feel like I can't even move, but it's very distracting. I never realized how distracting that would be in a reading, not being able to move my neck. So there you go. I'm being a little bit vulnerable with you right now, Leo, but I think that the Hermit is saying that you need to open up and be vulnerable in a situation. And obviously, to have love, we have to be willing to be vulnerable, if that's what this is. With the 7 of Cups, you have the 5 of Cups. like there's something so much better coming in for you. You know, the Seven of Cups is dreaming. Seven of Cups is like thinking that a situation is going to turn out one way or another, and like clearly there was like a disappointment in how something came together. But again, we have the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress. This is really saying that you can have your wildest dreams, but you need to believe it. With the Five of Cups, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about asking how or why or any question. Page of Swords I kind of look at as like the child, and you know, children ask lots of questions. So the Page of Swords says to me, like, as far as a solution is concerned, I think with the Page of Swords we have to be curious and ask lots of questions about new opportunities, and that's what will, you know, help us discover something new with that Five of Cups. With the Page of Pentacles, can't make this up. You have the Lovers, so definitely new love coming in here with the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles and everything else going on here. So if you want love, that looks amazing. If you don't want love, and even if you do, you know, the Lovers can also just represent like picking a new path. It can say that you are starting a new journey or you're moving in a new direction in your life. With the King of Cups, so you can't make this up. You have the King of Cups. Definitely the universe saying I meant what I said. So there clearly could be a King of Cups type person, exactly as I described, coming in for you here. You know, this could be a little bit of an adventure as well. He has this boat right behind him, and the boat on the King of Cups represents going into the unknown or going into uncharted territory. So that, you know, it seems to me like there could be a little bit of adventure here, and also the Knight of Wands is also adventure. So you could be like traveling with this person eventually, or you could be meeting this person while you're traveling or something along those lines. So yeah, I don't know, stay open. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. I was literally talking about a statue. I look at the Three of Pentacles as a statue, right? He has literally carved these three pentacles into this pillar right here. And so, again, it seems to me like you are working on creating something as well. Like this reading is very good. It could be love, and it could also be talking about the life that you're creating or the life that you are molding, since we're talking about clay today. And I think that this is saying that in the future, you will be showing off your work. He is showing his work to these two people here. And, you know, the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. He has done a really good job building those three pentacles. So I think you're going to be very proud of yourself in the future with the Three of Pentacles. I also look at the Three of Pentacles as like these people are looking at it from this angle. He's looking at it from this angle. And I don't normally talk about this, but, you know, to me, it can represent two people who are looking at the same thing from different angles, right? And why is this important? I feel like I'm saying this because of that Hierophant card. Two people on parallel paths. If you are meeting a person, I feel like you are the same but different. It's like your path is identical, practically. You know, parallel paths, right? But I think maybe there might be some differences here, and it's almost like if you are meeting a person that for this to work, I think you need to. It's like both people are going to have to accept each other. Of course, it's always freaking true, but you know, I think there's something about that here in this reading. Like it's saying that, you know, in some ways you might be very different, but really if you think about it, you are both really the same. And I think if both people could accept each other for those differences, like this will be one of those like unstoppable connections, right? Obviously, if you can't accept each other's differences, then not. With the Hierophant, you have the Page of Cups. I don't know. This reading really read itself, is what I would say. This reading didn't even need me to read it. So there you go. I probably don't need to say anything, but there's clearly like an admirer or a secret admirer with that Page of Swords going on here. So that looks good for love. It looks good for anything, really. Just the whole reading. You have this Appreciation card. Yeah, I like this card. It's card of abundance as well. There is this cornucopia right here, which represents abundance. So I think with the Five of Cups twice, of course, that being grateful for what you have is going to attract more abundance in for you. You have this Endurance card. Yeah, this card says you haven't given up. And it says don't give up, but I think you are going to be rewarded for not giving up in life. Next, you have this Lost card. This card is Saturn and Pisces, and we have Saturn and Pisces right now, so it wouldn't surprise me if you have experienced some sort of loss during Saturn and Pisces, which we kind of saw at the beginning there, but, you know, again, I think things are getting better for you. You have this egotism card. I would be careful of anyone with an ego. Again, Mars retrograde in Leo, which will be at the end of the month, kind of. And I would just say I would be careful of anyone who seems too cocky or arrogant or boastful or any of that, right? And finally, you have this devotion card. Can't make this up. This is my till death do us part card. There's this bird that's grieving the loss of its dead bird companion here. How cute is that? Right? So definitely could be a very solid connection. I think it's funny that there's a sun and a moon here. The sun and the moon are very different. So, like I said, there is something about the two of you being the same but different. I don't know why that's so important, but it's popping into my head. So I think if you can realize that, then you'll realize that you're just the same, and like in a good way, and you'll work through it if it even is an issue in the first place. But this looks really good, Leo. Love it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.